speaking of listeners, I'll shout out this guy, Josh Coleman. Josh Coleman.
Such a generic made-up name.
well, no
How
matter
long has he been in witness protection?
Which country does he live in?
well, so funny you ask. He lives in ours, but he was on a recent trip in Scotland and sent us a beverage. And this was sort of fortuitous because I got this in the mail, and the day that this arrived, Travis posted about this on his Facebook.
This is having a moment in the world. Apparently, it's huge in Scotland.
Yeah.
But there's a drink there called Irn-Bru.
Irn-Bru.
Like Irn-Bru.
I have not been able to not say it.
You have to. You got to roll the R and you got to go at the end. Yeah. I found out about this on TikTok because a lady with an OnlyFans account used it like it was on her face.
Oh, so she was really into it.
She was super into it and was like,
wait, the Irn-Bru?
Yeah. She was like, oh, this
She jerked off the Irn-Bru?
No, she got an Irn-Bru facial.
Okay.
She received it.
Someone else completed it.
Apparently, yeah. It was a close shot. So I couldn't see. Yeah,
brewed to completion.
Yeah, it's like in a commercial when Michael Jordan slam dunks a Big Mac or something. You're an OnlyFans, you jerk off a soda onto your face.
Well, weirdly, their advertising campaign, because I did read into this, they kind of have sort of risque ads and stuff like that. Like they had one, Irn-Bru.
What are you talking about?
Does this have a different connotation or meaning since it's in a different country?
No,
like Irn-Bru. It's okay. Just checking.
No, I think it is. It is sort of a reference, I think, to the Scottish kind of ironworkers. This came out in the early 1900s.
Fireworkers,
ironworkers.
Oh,
ironworkers.
So wait, they're saying this is what powered. You're an iron worker, and this is your Gatorade.
Yeah, I think so. Or at least in the early 1900s, I think was the implication.
Be a good lad and hand me a brew. An Irn-Bru.
I need an Irn-Bru.
I've been working all day. I need the taste of orange. An Irn-Bru.
My lungs are filled with toxins, but my mouth is filled with goodness.
You can take that water and shove it up your arse. I want an Irn-Bru.
This soda is approved by all of the iron workers.
It would make sense that people died earlier back in the day because they were drinking this instead of they're like, it's safer than water. Water could get iron in it.
Yeah. Well, this actually has iron. It has a bit of a very
So are we gonna have to drink this shit?
very very small molecule of ferrium, which is
Is this like a liquid vitamin?
No, but it's a liquid vitamin in the way that in the early 1900s all sodas were sold as patent
medicinals.
medicine.
Sure.
Yeah, so it's got some of that sort of remaining residue, but it's as much a vitamin as Coca-Cola or RC or something like that.
I mean, if it was not for Coca-Cola, I would not get my vitamin cola nut.
That's true.
Yeah, it would be
right?
very cola deficient.
Essential vitamin.
Yeah.
One of their ad campaigns, by the way, had a billboard that had a newborn chicken, and it says, "There is nothing better than an Irn-Bru when you've just been laid."
Okay.
Oh, boy.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
It's weird. It implies there's chicken in it.
Yeah. I guess it's maybe healthier than a cigarette.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Irn-Bru, it may be healthier than a cigarette.
That's up to you.
Sorry, babe. Let me pop a soda after that. That was good, but
It might be better than sucking on a tailpipe.
Man, I went through a whole pack of Irn-Bru on a road trip, bro.
What?
Just rolled up the windows and brewed it the whole way.
It's
Gamer fuel. What the hell is gamer fuel?
It's full of horny goat weed.
This puts food on the table for my family. I don't know what gamer fuel is.
Their other ad slogans include Scotland's other national drink. A little reference
Beer.
to Scotch.
Scotch.
Oh, Scotch. Yeah, they are
I'm
known
an
for that
idiot.
one. That one gets a little more attention than Irn-Bru. I'd heard of Scotch before this.
I love this slogan: "Old and unimproved." Shout out. Great slogan.
Could apply to Scotland as well.
This one says, Irn-Bru gets you through.
Yeah.
And then my absolute favorite, made in Scotland from girders.
What?
Okay.
So I think they're implying that there is iron, like they just make it, they boil down iron girders and make Irn-Bru.
I like the idea. You know, like the story of how like Tabasco came to be. It was like they'd burned down the farm. All that was left was vinegar and peppers. And they're like, what can we make with this? I feel like Irn-Bru is like, we've got nothing but this abandoned factory, carbonated water, a girder, and some sugar. What can we do? It's soda pop time.
Yeah.
We'll make a detritus drink.
I wonder if it was always this color.
Yes.
It was?
Yeah, and that color is patented, and they have their own tartan that you can that is
What?
registered with the government of Scotland. So you can buy an Irn-Bru fucking kilt.
Are there brew points? Like if I drink enough Irn-Bru, I get a kilt?
Dude, that would rock. I would love.
Scan this QR code and let's find out.
Yeah, I mean,
And they're not behind with the times. They got QR codes.
I mean,
Damn, they are not. Oh, you weren't kidding.
No.
Just aim your sheep at the QR code. And when it bleeds, then
I mean,
Wow.
yeah.
That's cool.
Now I know what I'm going to be scouring eBay for.
I want
now,
that,
right? Yeah.
I want that fucking kilt, baby. I want the tartan.
Okay.
Give it.
that
to
seems
me.
like something you should have hanging up around.
I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
Someone gave me like the novelty gift of like I own like a sliver of an acre in Scotland.
Oh, hey.
It's like I'm a landowner now in Scotland. So it's like, okay, when I'm about to drink the Scottish drink, I need the kilt and I got the trifecta. Like I think I'm prime minister after
I have
that.
to
Right? Yeah.
I have to
Damn,
drink
that's crazy.
brew before I farm the easement between the sidewalk and the street. It belongs to me. This is the most popular drink in Scotland, with Coca-Cola being a second.
Wow.
There's
This tops Coca-Cola.
most popular
I
soft
bet
drink,
it's
I
good.
should
Yeah,
say.
okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and it is the third most popular soda behind Coke and Pepsi in UK overall. So
Jesus.
yeah, and I'm fucking very excited to try
I'm
this shit.
just because I looked up a little bit too, and it like 1901 is when they made the first one, right? Like,
Yeah, that's right.
This is over 100. Not this one, but this idea is maybe this one is over. Imagine that they had a QR code in 1901. Like, this is gonna go all the way to the boys in the U.S. and they're gonna talk about it.
There will be a phone with everything on it. Just open your mind's eye as far as it will go.
And it's gonna melt your granddaddy's brain.
You can play Pac-Man on it. What's Pac-Man?
I don't know yet, but it's gonna be huge.
You can watch people have sex on it.
What's sex?
There weren't no sex hundreds of years ago.
We hadn't invented it yet. We just spawned like asexual buds.
We rose from puddles.
That's why we had to wear kilts, because your youngins would just grow off you like a spud.
Back then it was just work and brew. Tweren't no sex and tweren't no food.
And people would look at you and you'd say, there's nothing, brew it. And you just let it happen.
By the way, one of their other ads I wanted to talk about, it had a depressed goth kid on it, and
What?
it said, "Cheer up, goth, have an Irn-Bru."
That's the whole
That's for the Glasgow.
Yeah.
That's My Bloody Valentine.
Oh,
That is
indeed,
an
yeah.
excellent slam dunk on goth people.
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
honest.
Yes, that's
like no pun, no like context, just like cheer up, you weepy bastard.
Have a brew. That's all we have.
You know what you don't have enough of? Sugar and iron. That's why you're so sad.
You sad wee fuck.
The only Smiths you should be listening to are the Iron Smiths.
You haven't done Morrissey. I before we crack this thing, because I wanted to talk about, because you were mentioning this thing starts in 1901. I wanted to talk about their ad campaign, because we had a Moxie soda.
Oh,
which is,
Moxie is just carbonated motor oil.
Oh,
It
it's
is
so
awful.
weird.
It's
Yeah,
It's not good.
but we talked about their ad campaign, which was a car car that could be driven by someone riding a horse in the car.
What?
Yeah, they built a huge car that you would ride the horse into the car, and then they had the pedals come up to the stirrups so you could operate a car while sitting on the back of a horse.
Here's your problem with the horseless carriage. You need the horse, kid. Once you pull up somewhere, what are you going to do? Walk? No, you're going to ride. You're going to ride and you're going to ride.
So that was their old-timey ad campaign. But I wanted you know, to tell me if this is maybe a better ad campaign. Some of this is from the Falkirk Herald in Scotland, and I also added some stuff. But
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you what I added. I'm just
Okay.
going to read the whole thing. In 1930, Irn-Bru founder Robert Barr bought the world's largest horse. The horse
This guy's cool.
Yeah, big spender.
The horse's name was Carnera and was from a farm in Perth, that being the Scottish Perth, not the Australian
I was going to
Perth.
say that's a hell of a.
That's what I thought, too, yeah.
I didn't know there was a Scottish Perth.
Yep, and Carnera was a Clydesdale that weighed 1 ton and stood 6'6" from the hoof to the shoulder.
Dude,
So if you were riding this thing, you were 6.5 feet in the air.
that's like horse stilts. You know?
Yeah. It's a big fucking horse.
I would understand why you wanted it now.
Yeah.
I didn't understand before.
Now you get it. The family was quick to realize the marketing potential of Carnera, and within weeks he was moving all over Scotland, bearing above his neck harness a board with his name and claim to fame. It said, Carnera, reputed to be the biggest working horse in the world. Which I like that, you know, in America it would just be like, it's the biggest fucking horse in the world. And, you know, there they still have a little bit of, you know, linguistic
I like
dignity.
it. They're like, find a fucking bigger
Right,
horse,
yeah.
motherfucker.
But at this point, nothing to do with the soda. Just a
No.
big fucking
Just a big horse.
Yeah.
It was to create a spectacle. Carnera pulled carts of Irn-Bru all over Scotland and was beloved by the public. His corporate appearances were legendary. Children looked up in awe at the massive beast. But as we all know, life is pain. And after nearly 7 years of dutiful service to the AG Bar Beverage Corporation, Carnera's life came to a tragic end
No.
on January of 1937.
Glue was needed.
Carnera's
Iron glue.
Carnera slipped twice on the frostbound road at the Cowwind in Falkirk. Carnera got up once, but after a second fall, he just kind of laid there in the middle of the road like a helpless 2,000-pound lump of flesh, resigned to be cast off from this life of pain and merged with the infinite. I'm
I'm going to say you did that part, yeah.
All efforts to lift Carnera to his feet failed. So many people came to see the helpless, twisted, broken Irn-Bru corporate horse that police were called to control the crowds. The well-wishers continue to gather, bringing bread and oats to feed the stricken beast, and even a mattress to make him comfortable for the horrifying
Oh,
ends.
they're just
They
letting
all
him
knew.
fucking lay there?
They all knew awaited Carnera, and indeed all of us in many ways. A pale shadow.
Kind of brings a new meaning to the word workhorse, doesn't it?
A pale shadow was cast across the Irn-Bru buckboard as darkness fell all around Carnera. His heartbroken driver, William Fartheringham.
That sounds made up. William Farthinghammenberg.
Fotheringham watched as veterinarian Peter Ball approached. The last glimmer of daylight falling behind him, the vet produced a gun and shot Carnera in the head.
In front of a crowd.
The deluge of horse blood ran down the cobblestones as the great beast was carried off to Glasgow. One of the enormous hooves was sawed off and kept by the AG Bar Beverage Corporation as a reminder of Carnera's story. So is that a better story than the horse that you can drive a car on?
I feel like. I mean, I feel like, you know, John Anheuser and Robert Bush were watching this, and they're like, "We could use this for our beer," you know. Like
Yeah,
they could, you know, it's-
Give me 1,000 of them.
So they just kept a hoof. Then they, what? Why? Why is this
just
part of the story?
Well, it's to cheer you up and, you know, make you think about soda.
Giant horse death makes me thirsty.
Why
Yeah,
are
he
you
worked a horse to death, murdered it in front of a crowd, and then cut the hoof off. Isn't that nice?
You ever feel like you're so unappreciated? That you could just toil away for more than half your life, collapse on the ground with children cheering for you to get up, but you got nothing left. And then your one true friend in life comes, looks at you in the eye, and fucking shoots you.
drink Irn-Bru?
Boy, did he love his oats, though. He loved a big bag of oats.
and a bottle of sugar.
And that giant
Sugar.
oof is what we made all Irn-Bru bottles out of.
I mean, honestly, what they should have done is just curtained off the horse and then ridden like a healthy horse out of there and be like, Irn-Bru cured him. And then,
It's like a smaller horse.
Yeah, yeah.
and he's like,
Shrank him though.
yeah.
yeah,
And
help you lose weight.
Leave the curtain up forever.
Pay no attention to the dead horse behind
Yeah,
the curtain.
there's a lot of flies just swarming around what's behind that
You
curtain.
know, it's summer. It's summer here. A lot of flies.
Pay no
Well, he took
attention
a
to
huge
the
shit, is
flies.
what he did. He shat out all the toxins. That's what's back there. That's what the flies are interested in. No,
You know how horses molt their big skin and become smaller horses, right?
Well, without further ado, I think it's time to taste this thing. I'm
sure.
I'm so excited.
Me too. So, for the people who don't know what it looks like, it's bright orange.
yes, it is.
in a clear bottle with a striking blue cap.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and I wanted to again shout out to Josh for
like-
sending this thing. And this cap is
It looks like less carbonated Fanta.
I was gonna say the color is similar to like a Gatorade orange kind
Sure.
of.
But
Yeah.
it's not dissimilar from, we should probably get a plumber to look at these pipes water.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that kinda-
There's a brownish tint to it.
Yeah.
for
yeah.
sure.
I took a picture of it so people can see this cap. Man, when I say this thing almost exploded in the mail, the cap is extremely not flat. It is like
I
Yeah.
feel like
might
it is going
blow
to
up. Yeah.
explode when you open
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna go way back to do this.
Okay.
Hold
Have you
on.
done the thing where you tap on it with your fingers?
Yeah, yeah, and it's been in the fridge for a week and a half. So let's see.
Oh, we're gonna get a
Here we
nice.
go.
Here we
Oh,
go.
Here we go.
This is going to explode. Watch it. No.
Is what happens when you open it. Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing. No,
We
no.
got nothing. It might be
I love
flat
you.
as
Always
fuck.
have. Yeah.
If it was gonna explode, it would have done it over, Oklahoma somewhere. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
The Irn-Bru surprise explode after opening.
It looks carbonated a little
It's
bit.
got
Yeah, it's
some.
got
It's got
some
some
left.
boobles in it. Yeah,
I know we got a couple Scottish listeners. So
they're going to be very offended.
Yeah, I was
by
gonna
it.
say. I was gonna say.
no, we don't.
Tell us if you think this is funny or if you
Ooh.
hate it.
Okay,
Tell us how you feel about an American owning part of your country.
Yeah, I can.
And all of our accents.
Yeah. So I can already smell
Sorry.
it, and I think it kind of smells like that Inca Cola a little bit, like the champagne cola.
It has a strong dish soap floral quality. You know, like
Kind of does, yeah.
like this will probably clean the shit out of your hands. You know,
Yeah, it does smell like.
Ooh.
It kind of tastes good though.
Ooh, we got an issue here.
Yeah,
This
I
is
don't- I
delicious.
don't mind this at all.
No, this is very similar to that Inca Cola that you get at the Cuban restaurants.
you know
and
what
stuff.
happened is the saliva glands went nuts. The saliva glands were like, either this is what I wanted or it's fighting me. I can't tell which it's doing. But like that like ting, like when you get like a sour candy,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's not sour.
yeah. That's it's very good. I mean, I could drink the shit out of this. I enjoy
May
this.
I read the facts?
Oh yeah, please. Just
The
the facts.
bottle's actually pretty nicely designed. It's not really busy. It's less busy than an American
Yeah.
bottle
Yeah.
usually.
Yeah. There's
Yeah,
not
for
really
sure.
a listing of like here it is, nutrition information.
Oh, there, yeah.
Does this have artificial sugar in it?
I doubt it.
No, it's got the real deal.
Are you sure? Because I'm getting that strong
That's the iron.
aspartame.
That's the
vibe.
iron. That's the ferrium.
Sugar and sweeteners.
I did.
It does
re-
have aspartame in it.
Ah,
I've got a palate for aspartame. I do.
okay.
You do.
You know what it tastes like? It tastes like someone gave you like a double bubble piece of gum,
Yes, it does have.
but the diet version. Like
Ooh.
someone said,
Yeah.
this has the less sugar version of the sugary bubble gum.
yeah, I
It
think.
says it may have an adverse effect on activity and attention in children.
Oh yeah. There's some like controversial chemical in this that supposedly makes kids ADHD.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's called
so-
Fun Soda.
Yeah, it's called a bunch of sugar and they run around.
There's no calories listed.
Well, they're on the metric system. They don't have calories.
No,
over there.
they are.
We measure our sodas in kilometers.
That's why they're all skinny. They don't have calories.
This will
there.
make you run about 3-4 kilometers. It's fine.
I don't know, Skinny. I don't know if you've ever seen the documentary "The Spy Who Shagged Me." But
Oh, I
there's
was
a
about to
character
say, Fat Bastard.
known as Fat Bastard.
That's
in
right.
it.
The most
Yeah.
famous.
Scottish people. Tell us if all our impressions just sound like Fat Bastards or other Mike Myers characters.
or Shrek.
Shrek.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
just Shrek.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's kind
yeah.
of Shrek and Fat Bastard. Yeah, but you know,
Tell us if you personally talk like that, please.
I would imagine so. I would imagine all of them before they watched a televised broadcast thing they want to watch. They all gather around it and they go, "Get in my telly!" And
Yeah,
they just
yeah,
want everyone to show up on the screen.
And hand me
Yeah.
my brew me,
bro.
It's just it's a more fun accent than a Southern accent.
Oh, it's the
You know
most
what I
fun.
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But isn't that what the Southern accent came from?
Oh, it all, yeah. It all
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely. That's what we all.
Because you stick this in the Georgia clay for a few decades.
It comes out like
Next thing
this.
you know, I'll tell you what your problem is. You ain't got enough iron, bro.
That's right.
I'll tell you what,
dude.
There. Shit.
I'll tell you what, me and the boys, when we go out fishing, first thing we need is live bait. That's number one. Number two, case of brew. Case of iron brew. Without that, you ain't going to have nothing but a bad time.
I mean,
You can see him calling it
hate-
Irn-Bru.
Irn.
Because there's no O.
yeah, that's right.
Irn-Bru.
Irn-Bru. Yeah.
You gotta earn this brew, bro. How much you want it, dude? I'm gonna dangle it till you do some dumb shit.
You know, donkey gets a carrot.
I'll be better in the morning.
Donkey.
Donkey. That is a.
You don't need the morning. You need Mr. Afternoon.
Hope your drive time commute was all right. It was Mr. Afternoon here telling you if you're listening to me, you should shut it off and go back to work.
Working hard or hardly working.
Working hard or hardly. We got a little Sugar Ray coming your way.
That's how you ask for an iron brew. Hit me with the sugar ray.
In the future, the wars won't be fought with bullets, but with sugar rays.
I'm going to be honest. I thought it would be sweeter. For
Yeah.
some reason, I thought
It's
that was
pretty
gonna be-
sweet, though.
It's pretty sweet, but it's not like if you drank a Coca-Cola after
Right.
Oh,
this.
yeah, yeah.
Right,
Sure.
yeah.
But
I-
don't you feel like smelting? Like, don't you just feel like, melting some fucking ore right now?
No, I definitely could stay up all day sweating in an iron factory. Don't get me wrong.
That reminds me of this guy I knew in high school. His dad would mow the lawn, and he would fucking drink. He would smoke a pack of Marlboro Reds while doing it,
Sure.
and drink a bunch of Coca-Cola Classic. And I was just like, how do you drink water, man? And he like pouring sweat. He would like down a shit ton of Coca-Cola Classics and drink and hot box Marlboro Reds in his car.
Hell yeah, dude.
What?
Different stock. What
I
can
mean,
say?
his sweatness must be yellow nicotine. Tar, just tar comes out of him.
The pillowcases that man has. The
it's
weirdest
insane.
colors.
His teeth look like rotten corn.
And they did. They truly did.
Oh my god.
I didn't know chiclets came in gray. That's weird.
Oh man. Well, shout out to Josh Coleman. Thank you so much for sending
Yeah,
us that.
thank you.
Thank you.
Apologies to the good people of Scotland.
Is this something the rest of people can just like? Do you have to go to Scotland to get it? Is it
So,
a special thing?
The Wikipedia thing was very funny because it was like it is available in places where there are high concentrations of Scottish people. I'm like, that's the whole country. What are you talking about? I never heard of this
There's
shit.
an Irish import store that has foods.
Ooh, I bet
Maybe they might have.
I was
it.
gonna say, I bet there's got to be
And they
somewhere in
also do
LA.
a horrible open mic, so avoid it at all costs. Actually,
but is it
not-
one of those you got to buy something to perform there?
Oh.
Because then
I think
brew me up. Yeah.
Hit me with the sugar ray.
They give you something in exchange for the $3. You can either get a slice of pizza or a water bottle. Last time I went, so I guess that's better than a lot of them because it's
This-
only $3 and you can get pizza.
Dude,
What the Irish people are known for, their pizza.
No, it's Domino's. It's Domino's. They treat you good.
It's just mashed
Domino's.
potatoes with tomato sauce on it.
This shows Emma's
Corned
quest
beef
for a
and
brand.
cabbage and a little bit of bread.
And a lot of bread.
The brand we've landed on is reviewing energy drinks and open mics.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Do you know how useful that is?
It's pretty useful. Yeah. I think about it.
Well, people in Scotland want to know what we think about both. So
That's true.
yeah.
That's
That's right.
true.
And they do have an Irn-Bru energy, by the way. So,
Wait, there's
Oh.
something more brewy than that?
oh, they got a whole line of weird shit.
What?
Yeah, yeah, dude.
Is it they're like iron blue? Like, is it another color?
Oh, yeah.
Because if you got something that tastes like orange, that's what everybody says this tastes like. I think it tastes like diet bubble gum in a good way.
Right, right.
But if they made a blue version, I'd want to know what that was like.
Yeah, I would assume it's
I
like.
don't know why I love blue. I love blue things.
Yeah, me too.
That
because they
makes
just
sense.
don't really happen.
Blue raspberry.
That's because it's
Yeah.
not raspberry. It's just
Yeah.
blue.
So-
It's just,
Yeah, blue stuff.
So I don't know.
Antifreeze. I love antifreeze.
Oh my God!
the green stuff is no good. The green stuff is trash.
Now I'm going to read these. It does not say what any of this means. I'm just going to give you the names of Irn-Bru, Irn-Bru Sugar Free, Irn-Bru Excess, Irn-Bru
Excess?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the one you
Comes in
drink.
a gold bottle with a diamond top. Fuck you! I'm rich.
It's a gravy boat.
You open it, it goes bam, bam, bam. Irn-Bru 32. Again, I don't know what any of this
That's a
means.
32 ounce.
I think it's for your 32nd birthday. This is all your friends get you this special brew.
Yeah.
It's a milestone
Yeah.
birthday. Your 32nd.
They give you the TikTok treatment and just spray you down with
Because
it.
if you're an iron worker, that's retirement age. You know, you're like, you're not. You're done.
You've been working since you were 5. So.
If you can convince people to come to your 32nd birthday, you are rich.
There will be Irn-Bru. There'll be special Irn-Bru 32.
I wasn't able to. I can guarantee.
I know,
I,
But
It's like, why would you try on your 32nd
I don't
birthday?
even remember what happened.
Yeah.
That's true. After really like 15, I'm like, they're all the same. It doesn't-
Yeah. This one I did read about. Fiery Irn-Bru, which apparently has just a lot of like ginger flavor in it to make it kind of spicy.
Oh.
There's Irn-Bru Extra, and then launched in 2019. Irn-Bru Energy.
I think Irn-Bru COVID. Why did they do that?
Irn-Bru 19. It gives you the jitters.
It's kind of like the Iron Flu.
Iron flu.
And then my favorite from 2019 also, and again, do not know what this means. Irn-Bru Crimbo Juice.
Crimbo?
Crimbo juice. Crimbo juice.
That sounds like a mighty Bush character. You know?
Crimbo.
It made me go on a crime spree. It made me a crimbo. That's more Aussie shit to
Well, it's
call
like
a criminal a crimbo.
crime limbo. It's
Yeah.
like the times you have between you committing crimes. It's crimbo.
Come down to old Greg's place. We got Crimbo juice. All right.
Okay, I just looked it up.
What is the crimbo juice?
In British English, it's an informal word for Christmas.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I have heard that. It's also Mr. Afternoon's drive time partner. Afternoon and Crimbo. Only on 197.7.
We're going to shoot it over to Crimbo for the traffic report. In the meantime, we're going to give you a little bit of Cisco's thong song.
This is Crimbo. Let me tell you about the girls I've been talking to. They're looking really lovely out there. All right, Crimbo, that's enough.
And Crimbo's been arrested. Everyone, Crimbo.
Well, I guess Crimbo just does the traffic report from his apartment. He stares out of his window, as is Crimbo is wont to do.
We go down live to Cell Block C to talk to Crimbo.
Here's a little bit of Where Are My Girls At from that group 702.
Okay,
And they're
this-
from Las Vegas, too.
I just found Wikipedia for the word crimbo, of course.
Sure, yeah.
And they're giving John Lennon credit as the first usage in...
Oh, shit. We got to owe
Yeah.
the fucking Lennon a state money now.
This is way too much. We can't give him credit for coining this term.
Why not call it Crimbo? Christmas is too much.
Give Crimbo a chance.
So apparently there's a Beatles fan club Christmas single, and it's the first recorded use of the variant form Crimble.
Oh, okay.
So I guess it's one of those dialect things where either you're Crimble or Crimba. Crimbo.
Or Crimbo.
Wow.
Why not call it Crimbo?
Crimbo.
So then Crimbo's got like probably nutmeg in it or something, or some kind of Christmas spice.
I bet
Yeah.
you know what I bet. I bet it's a cranberry and maybe a ginger situation. Perhaps. I don't know. If you're listening to the UK, let us know.
We're gonna have to get that. We got a Crimbo in August.
We need that.
Yeah.
We need that
I got to say,
Crimbo.
all Christmas tasting things, not for me.
You know what they always taste like is like someone soaked potpourri in water.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
You know, you're like, nah, man. You know, peppermint's fine. I like peppermint,
Peppermint's all right, yeah.
but don't
They're like, how about Christmas tree?
but dustier.
It's fucking Irn-Bru with pine needles in it.
This tastes like cake and pine needles.
Well, that's what Crimbo's all about.
There's got to be a way to get this shit in LA. At least the original flavor. But I now I want the Crimbo. I'm not gonna lie.
I want the Crimbo, but also too like what's the difference between excess and extra? Like what?
Yeah, it's a good question.
like you
Extra is like being so extra, being basic. Like it's the Gen Z version.
Oh no, maybe XS. Maybe that means extra small, and it's like those little ball drinks that you get at the gas station.
Sure.
register.
Or maybe it's like super concentrated. Like you drink it and you're like, Jesus, you got to dilute this.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, there you go. Too much brew.
So now I'm on the Urban Dictionary for Crimbo.
Oh no.
Well, it's a lot of people saying that it's a kind of way for people to say Christmas who aren't really Christian.
Oh, that's not what I
So
thought.
wait,
this
it's
was,
their
yeah.
Xmas?
But the funny thing about Urban Dictionary is anybody can put anything on
Sure.
there.
So what did we add?
Just like
we got
what did we just put in?
Crimbo, another word for criminal. Don't
Ah,
mess with him. He's
that-
a total Crimbo.
Sure.
I guarantee you that's an Aussie thing. Because they make
Maybe.
everything sound like
Maybe.
cute and
Sure,
fun.
yeah.
So he's not a criminal, he's a Crimbo.
Yeah. And then,
Oh no, he's a Crimbo.
Yeah, nothing but a Crimbo.
God, he's a pedo.
He's a pedo and a Crimbo.
Also because you
and
can
he
put
should go to the
anything-
Who's Coo.
Harambe's word for Christmas, according to Harambe's dad.
What
The ape we killed?
Yeah. Well, it's Urban Dictionary.
The ape that
Anybody,
met the same fate as the Irn-Bru horse?
literally anyone can put
Do you see the
anything.
rabbit's brown eyes? Do you see the rabbit?
Man, everything with this drink comes back to animal death.
Yeah.
Right before they plugged him in the head, he like turns like, Crimbo.
No, he said, Irn-Bru. He had oh man.
Oh God!
God.
It's like an Easter egg in Old Yeller. You just see it in the background. It's like just every fucking.
He's walking behind the barn.
And the barn has an old rusted Irn-Bru sign on it.
And then they take the blood from him and take the iron from that and stick it in the soda. And now we're just drinking murdered ape juice.
Oh well, now that I'm thinking about it, there is iron in your blood, so in a way, we're all
Yeah.
filled with Irn-Bru.
Oh my God, that's how I move.
Irn-Bru
Yeah.
is blood. Oh boy! All right.
well, it was good blood.
Oh fuck, are we vampires now?
Yeah, we're vampires now.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
Not as painful as media has made it to
Yeah.
I was just having a nice little soda. Now
Ah, I'm ready.
I feel like Bob Pattinson.
good old Bobby Pats.
Bobby Pat.
Pattinson.
Go out in the sun, sparkle like Bobby Pats. You know how it is.
Big shout out to Batman Bobby Pattinson. This is Mr. Afternoon, your drive time computer.
And one last
the Crimbo.
I've got evidence of her giving verbal permission. All right, Crimbo, get out of here.
Okay, this one.
I even filmed it for my TikTok. All right, great.
That's great, Crimbo. And up next, we got In the Club by 50 Cent. Little 2004 coming straight at you.
Crimbo.
God, it's your birthday. What your girlfriend needs 3 more of just to make it legal. All right.
Her dad's totally cool with it. Crimbo.
Somebody says it means heart of darkness.
Oh, it for sure does. Oh my
man.
God, Irn-Bru Heart of Darkness
Dude,
juice.
yeah.
That's my favorite drink right there, and I've never had it.
Yeah. Did you fall down twice on the ice? Are you laying in the street helpless? Give me the heart of darkness.
I want it to be pitch black, you know, and like
those charcoal drinks.
Yes, exactly, and like weirdly over carbonated. Where
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It doesn't matter what you do. It's like there's Mentos in it. You know, just comes out no matter what.
Oh, my God.
Fuck. Also, one just said Chris Crimbo, and it was a guy with brown hair who loves his son Owen. Because you know how people can just put anything, and sometimes you'll see a
Some guy-
mean high school kid that's like Marissa, and then it's like Marissa's a fucking bitch. He goes to Lincoln High School.
Oh yeah, it'd be like,
Wikipedia.
would you take 72 dicks in your butt, or what Lisa does at lunch? You know, like, you're like, oh, okay, cool.
That's lunchtime, Lisa. That's the Urban Dictionary
This is a
definition.
Universally respected platform. That's got to be one of the definitions.